Hello everyone, in this video lecture let's learn about Kruskal's algorithm basic concept and let's understand about Kruskal's algorithm. Kruskal's algorithm, named after Joseph Kruskal, who discovered this algorithm when he was a second year student. And Kruskal's algorithm, like Prim's algorithm, always looks at a minimum spanning tree of a weighted connected graph G as an acyclic subgraph, and there should not be any cycle, and the number of edges here also should be equal to number of vertices minus 1, and for which sum of the edge weights is smallest. The algorithm begins by sorting the graph edges in non-decreasing order of their weight. First, you sort the graph edges in the increasing order of their weights. After that, start with an empty subgraph which will contain a resultant minimum spanning tree's edges. Initially, it is empty, and as soon as you scan the sorted list, add the next edge to be considered, and if that edge does not form any cycle in the graph, if adding that edge, if does not form any cycle in the subgraph, then what you can do, you can include it. Otherwise, you can simply skip that edge. Let's see how exactly Kruskal's algorithm works on the problem. Let's understand how to solve a Kruskal's algorithm problem using for a graph. So now I have formed 3 columns of tree edges, sorted list of edges, and illustration. And then what's the first thing you have to do? You have to sort these edges in the increasing order of their weight. So that's how BC has a least weight which has come first. BC is 1, and EF has come with weight 2. Then AB is with weights 3. BF and CF has a weight 4. So I will write it in the alphabetical order, though it is not compulsory, but it's better to write in the alphabetical order. AF and DF both are having edge weight 5. So again I have written it in the alphabetical order. E and CD both are having edge weight 6. So that I have again written it in the alphabetical order. Finally DE 8. And among this, which edge is least weight? That is BS. Let's consider that. Before remember that whenever you are adding the next edge to the minimum spanning tree set, you see to that whether it gives you a cycle. Since it is the first node to be considered, first edge to be considered, so there is no chance of giving a cycle. So you can consider that BC have included in the tree edges. Then the next edge to be considered is EF. By adding that, it doesn't give you any cycle anywhere. Next to be considered is AB. By adding that also, it doesn't give you any cycle, so you can add that. So I have highlighted in every step those edges which can give you a spanning tree. While you are solving, you do not write the other edges which is not required. Only you can highlight those edges which is required to show that you have added certain edges. AB in the tree edge. Now after AB, you try adding BF into the tree edge. Can I add BF into the tree edge? Yeah, BF can be added as a part of tree edge, spanning tree edge, because it does not give you a cycle. Then after BF, what's the next edge to be considered? CF. CF, if I add into a spanning tree set, then it gives you a cycle. So you can't add CF. Can I include AF? AF also, if add, it can form a cycle in the tree edge set. So I can't add even AF. Then we have DF. DF if I add, that means I have included, by adding DF, I have included all the vertices. And also remember that to get all the vertices edge, you have taken 5 iterations, which is equal to number of vertices minus 1 edges iteration. So now the minimum spanning tree has an edge set et equal to BC, EF, AB, BF and DF, which has a total cost 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 5 equal to 15. Let's understand the Kruskal's algorithm. Kruskal's algorithm aim is to construct a minimum spanning tree. Aim is to construct minimum spanning tree, and the input is a weighted connected graph, and output is et, the set of edges composing a minimum spanning tree of G. And as usual, for Kruskal's algorithm, first requirement is you have to sort the edges in the non-increasing order of edge weights, and then take et is initialized with null because yet to construct our spanning tree edges, and then e counter is initialized with null because it is to initialize the size, because we can't take more iterations than number of vertices minus 1, that is that. So e counter holds that value. K initialized to null initialize the number of processed edges. So first in the iteration, that is in the first iteration, k will be initialized to k plus 1 because first edge you are checking, and you are checking whether you can add it in the edge set or not. By adding that, if it does not form gives you a cycle, then you can add it, increment the counter, increment the e counter, so that it should not exceed the number of iterations more than the number of vertices minus 1. Again add increment k equal to k plus 1 and try the next edge from the non-decreasing order of the edge weights list. So the next edge, if you adding it to edge set, if it does not gives you a cycle, add that into the edge set. This is how you should continue until you finish the iterations number of vertices minus 1. That's about Kruskal's algorithm. Now we'll see another example on Kruskal's algorithm. So here we'll apply Kruskal's algorithm to find minimum spanning tree, and as you all know that it's a subgraph which is basically a tree, and it contains all the vertices of graph G without containing a loop. So this is the graph I'm going to consider. It is having 5 vertex and 6 edges. It is having 5 vertex and 6 edges, and minimum spanning tree should contain all the vertices, that means 6 vertices, but it should have a 5 edges of minimum length. Now I have here listed the edges with weights. So I have listed all the edges with weights starting from AB. Since it is, if you have considered AB, then you need not consider BA. So list all the edges. With its weights. And once after listing the edges, your first job is to sort the list of edges. So here, based on the weight, I have sorted the list of it in the increasing order. You can see here BC edge is having least edge. BC's edge is having least edge, that has come in the beginning, and later the next minimum edge, and so on. Let's see the first step. First step is identify the minimum edge from this. Identify the minimum edge from the list of sorted edges, that is BC. So I have put that the minimum edge in the tree edges, and I have shown in the illustration part the edge which I have considered. Let's see the next step. Next step, you have to find the next minimum edge. So next minimum edge is DE. So that I have now put in the tree edges. Tree edges will now have 2. tree edges, I will now have two edges, one earlier BC and next DE. Now we'll find the next minimum edges, that is BD. That is BD. This one, that is BD. Okay, this one, and BD also I have put in the tree edges, and after that I have shown that edges in the tree. And remember, whenever you are identifying or taking the edges, remember that it shouldn't make any cycle. So far whenever I was taking the edges, it didn't form any cycle, so I could add the edges one after the other. So next, after adding BD, next which one I should add? That is CD. You can add if it does not form, or if it does not give you cycle. Next I have added. I cannot add CD because it will give me a cycle. So that's why I have gone for the next stage, that is AB. So you can see here AB I have added. By adding ABH, I have included all the vertices. That means all 5 edges. All 5 vertices. So with this I can stop. And the total cost of the minimum spanning tree will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5. That is 11. So these are the tree edges.